जब तक जहां में सुबह शाम है तब तक मेरे नाम तू, जब तक जहां में मेरा नाम है तब तक मेरे नाम तू.
So hello everyone, we have singer, one of my favorite singers, I should introduce him like that, Abhay Jodhupurkar with us. So നമ്മൾ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും സീറോയുടെ ട്രെയിലർ ഇപ്പോൾ ഓൾറെഡി ഒരു 100 million it has crossed. So ഒരു 200 എങ്കിലും എൻ്റെ കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ ആവും just because of his 2-3 lines in that movie trailer. So congratulations on your Bollywood debut.
Thank you for having me.
എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് വിശേഷങ്ങൾ? Starting in Malayalam.
Yes, namaskaram ellarkum. And I struggle with Malayalam,
no, it's
so
okay,
I'm
you can speak in English. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for the warm introduction and welcome. And yeah, really excited to be featured on this interview.
Okay, so let's talk more about you. You wanted to be an engineer, then you became.
Yeah.
When did you decided singing is your call?
So basically, it's a long story, but to put it short, I was always confused about my future and about what exactly I wanted to do. Because I was interested in painting, sketching, so architecture was definitely one of the interest points. Then I started doing engineering, I was more into maths. But then again, while studying in 12th and 11th, I was preparing for IIT and JEE. So I thought, enough of maths, let's do something in biotechnology. So that's how I picked BTech in biotechnology at SRM University. While I was studying, I thought enough of studying. This was in Chennai, yeah. So 2009, I moved to Chennai for BTech.
Okay. Abhay is from Indore, Madhya Pradesh.
Yes, I'm from Indore and brought up in a very musical background and family. So my parents wanted me to do music actually, but I was like, no, I want a safe, degree first. And
usually
then
it happens
the other way around, exactly. But my parents have been very supportive.
Okay.
So it was the other way around anyway. So I started doing BTech and then I realized, no man, I don't think studies is my cup of tea. So then second year I joined KM.
Okay.
And then I was noticed by Rahman sir and launched by him. So it's a
KM
very...
is his music school.
His music school, KM Music Conservatory. So yeah, that's how music started happening formally. Otherwise it was all informal training and I was brought up listening to good music. My grandfather used to sing well. So even though music was always there, I think serious persuasion happened only after I moved to Chennai.
So you were trained how many years for?
I was trained on and off, like in summer vacations I used to learn basics of Hindustani. It's only after coming to Chennai I learned for a year.
Okay.
And Qawwali lessons that's when I started learning Qawwali.
So your family used to teach you music?
Yeah, my grandfather used to predominantly.
But how important is to have a proper classical training if you want to be a singer?
It's really important because you need to know the basics. Okay. But thankfully I was brought up listening to that and I was already trained in the basic, the sketch of the decorum of Hindustani classical music. Okay. So that way I didn't have to struggle much with it. I was brought up listening to that. But I think theory is very important. Okay. So I realized that you need to have a basic understanding of the notations and the ragas, or especially the Indian classical music is really rich in its roots.
It's a lot to study also.
It's a lot. Huge, so even if you have the basic understanding and as long as you get the idea of a raga or a composition, then that's, I think, fair enough. You need not be highly educated in that, but you need to know the basics. So that was the training which I got after coming to Chennai at KM from Munna Shaukat Ali Khan Sahab. And it's because of him that I got just one line to sing for the Qawwali concert that happened, and that's how Rahman sir heard me. So I'm really grateful to that.
Now the favorite topic, Rahman.
Yes.
The launch, the big launch.
Yeah, so I was, after this KM day was over, I just sang this one line that I would like to sing. I always sing it. So it was this like Qawwali called Khwaja Aapka Dar Nurani.
Can you just...
Yes, absolutely. Okay. ख्वाजा प्यारे तुम्हारे रोज़े पर नूर ही नूर हमने देखा. Yeah, that's how the Qawwali starts. So this one line was given to me in a group of people. And this was the line that Rahman sir heard and called me for a recording. So happily sleeping in my hostel room after giving a semester exam.
Okay.
And I get a call from his studio that Rahman sir wants to record you. And I'm like, what? Where did that come from? When did that happen? I was really excited and I rushed to the studio quickly. It used to be very far, like I used to commute for 40 kilometers from the campus. So you have to take 2 trains and it's a long journey. But I was just so excited to go there and for the first time. And then I waited for a couple of hours. He made me comfortable and then we recorded a kalam.
It usually happens in the midnight, right?
Usually happens in the midnight because that's where he's at the best of his mood, and artists are usually, they are more active in the night. So, and it's peaceful, so it's a good vibe. So yeah, we started recording at around 4 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was half asleep already because I had to wait, and I was on some medicines because I had a cold.
Okay.
So I was very nervous also because it was first time recording
you sang
with him.
Moongil Thottam with having
There
cold?
was not Moongil Thottam.
Okay.
This was a kalam, a devotional song that I sang. And then he called me for a couple of songs just to try out my voice. And then Moongil Thottam happened after some 5 to 6 recordings when he thought that I'm ready for it.
Okay.
So first he trained me and like studio training. And then Moongil Thottam happened. And
So most of the new singers get this opportunity to train under him.
Yeah, so you get everybody gets chance, and you have to clear those checkpoints to arrive at.
Basically, it's like a test.
It's a test, yeah.
Okay.
Or more like a training rather. So he trains you. He makes sure that you're comfortable recording in the studio, so that you're not a fresh person who is just put on the spot to record for a movie. So he trains you nicely, and he did that, and he was very patient. And I'm really thankful that he gave me all those opportunities. Otherwise, a lot of people might not get it. So I'm really glad that he.
Yeah, the name actually got registered after the hit Moongil Thottam.
Yes.
So
yes.
tell us the experience of that.
So after a month of doing these kalams, he called me again, and I was supposed to go back home after my semester was over.
Okay.
And it had already been 15 days off my holidays, staying back in Chennai. So I asked him, sir, can I go back home? My exams are over. And he was like, no, I need you for a song. So stay back for a couple of days more. I'll call you. And then he called me on 4th December 2011. And that's when Moongil Thottam was recorded. And I didn't know what am I recording for. So he just called me in the studio evening. Everybody's chilling. And there's Harini ma'am, Mani sir.
Okay.
All chilling in the studio.
So you had no idea you were going to sing for Maniratnam movie?
Yes, I had no idea. And I just thought that maybe I'm doing a scratch recording.
Okay.
So then he comes to me and he's like, so Abhay, we're going to try your voice for a scratch of a song. So don't be stressed, it's just a scratch. So in my head I was sure that someone else is going to ultimately sing it. So this is just, so I was not nervous about it, and he made me very much comfortable. And then he gave me the lyrics from Vairamuthu sir's book. And a random poem that just fit the meter of the composition of the tune that he had composed. So he just gave me the words, and Mani sir actually gave me the lyrics. And he gave me his laptop in which there was a tune for Moongil Thottam. It was very basic that time. So he gave me half an hour to improvise it and sit on it. Harini ma'am also helped me with the lyrics. And then we started recording at 11 o'clock in the night and went on till 11:45.
Your Tamil was okay then?
It was, I think, okay, because Mani sir was quite impressed. He was like, how come your Tamil diction is so good? And then, so I think because of listening to a lot of Tamil songs, ever since coming to Chennai, I was exposed to a lot of Tamil songs, and I loved Rahman sir's work in Tamil. So after listening to all those in those 2 years, I think I picked up the accent, the basics of that, somehow registered. So that helped. So I was pretty quick at least grasping it. And then I made a lot of mistakes, of course, so he corrected me then and there, and he was impressed. So I was glad that at least I had that basic understanding of the diction. So that helped, and of course it was a challenge, but I pulled it off.
Very well. Yeah, so we can just 2 lines of that song.
Absolutely. Moongil Thottam, Mooli hai vaasam, Nerenjamononi paadungidam, Paurnamiravu, Pani vilum kaadu, Ottadi paada, Om kuda podi nada. Idu podum enakku, idu podume, Verenna venum, nee podume, இது போதும் எனக்கு இது போதுமே வேறென்ன வேணும் நீ போதுமே.
Okay, now we are coming back to my mother tongue, Malayalam.
Yes. So before Nokki Nokki, actually Akashvani film's song Kalam happened, which was a beautiful composition, and I just struggled with language, as I said, because
Diction is quite
it's very challenging, and I think the hardest language known to
one of the toughest languages
on earth. Yeah. So of course it was a challenge, and I couldn't understand the difference between the like the 4 letters that we were trying to sing, like
La, ra,
ra. There are 4 kinds of
Yeah,
ra,
I understand,
and so Tamil was easy, but by then now I found another different language, which was Malayalam, and I was like, oh my god, that is something. It's a tongue twister. So the challenge was to get the language right. The tune, melody, everything and all is easy. So that was quite challenging. But then I eventually sang a couple of songs for private albums and stuff, and gradually got a hang of it, got a knack of it. And of course Malayalam songs I have always heard, and I am a big fan of Malayalam music. So it's a privilege singing Malayalam songs because...
So Abhay, I'm very curious to know which are some of the Malayalam songs that you like the most?
A lot of them. There are like thousands. I have, my favorite playlist is Malayalam songs. But the most favorite, if I had to be, would be Shalabhamai.
That's from Kalimannu.
Kalimannu, yeah. And M. Jayachandran sir and Shreya Ghoshal. All the songs that these two have done together are gems, and I always trip on them. But Shalabhamai is my personal favorite.
I can just sing that one.
Yes, absolutely. If
I'll
get
get
the
the
lyrics, yeah.
There we go.
പറയാൻ കൊതിച്ചൊരെൻ്റെ വാക്കിൽ നീ നുകരാൻ കൊതിച്ച തേൻതുളുമ്പിയോ പറയമറിയ മൊഴികൾ പ്രണയമധുരമായി ശലഭമായി ഉയരുവാൻ മലരിനും മോഹമായി ഇതളുകൾ ചിറകുപോയി വിരിയുവാന ഹൃദയമാശ കൊള്ളുകയായി ശലഭമായി ഉയരുവാൻ മലരിനും മോഹമായി.
Okay, now I'm getting into the most exciting part of your life now, which is your Bollywood debut.
Yes.
And it's huge. It's Shah Rukh Khan, it's Katrina Kaif, it's Anand Elra, it's Anushka Sharma, you name it. Everybody is a huge big name over there.
Yes, absolutely.
And there is Abhay now. So, yeah.
It feels so unreal. Like I'm yet to come to terms with the fact that I have actually, sung for Shah Rukh Khan. And I have always dreamt of, being the voice of Shah Rukh Khan. And even my mother used to keep saying that one day you will sing for Shah Rukh Khan. I'm like, okay, let's see about that. But it's a lot of, I thank God for this seriously, because I don't like to take credit for achieving whatever I have achieved, because frankly speaking, we are just the medium, the artists, right? We are just the media, and everything, all the art and all the talent, whatever we've been gifted, it's just the passion that we are following. Everything else just comes through him. So I'm just doing my bit of being in love with the music and doing my bit. Everything else is just, it's a blessing that, you get to work for such people you have always admired and always been inspired by. So it's an honor, and I'm lucky to be in that spot. And I don't take it for granted, and I hope I do justice to the song.
So I guess it's a lip sync song where SRK is romancing Anushka.
Yeah, that's what it looks like in the trailer, but I'm not sure how they've picturized it. There are 2 charanams, so I'm clueless about how it's going to sound like. And it's been almost a year a year and a half since I recorded it. Yeah.
So when did it?
The recording happened in October 2000, last year, 2017, and it's been almost 1.5 years. So I have even forgotten how I have sounded. I hope I have done a decent job at least. But Anand Elra sir was there during the recording. And
Ajay-Atul is the
Ajay Dada was there, Ajay-Atul. And Irshad Kamil, the lyricist, were there. And they all seemed to have liked it, and it kind of worked.
It's a duet or is it solo?
It's a solo.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm really excited.
You should
I'm
be.
very nervous. I'm like, oh, okay. Now it's like all the eyes are on me suddenly, and I'm loving the attention, of course. And I'm liking the fact that I'm getting this launch in Bollywood, and to get to be a voice of Shah Rukh Khan it's a privilege, and I'm really.
So let's end the show by singing that two lines which we are hearing in Zero trailer.
In the Zero trailer, yes. जब तक जहाँ में सुबह शाम है तब तक मेरे नाम तू जब तक जहाँ में मेरा नाम है तब तक मेरे नाम तू. Yep.
That's something for you guys.
That's all for now. But thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure having you.
And thanks to all the people who are watching, and all the supporters, all the listeners out there. It's because of you that, you know, artists like me get to be where we are. So thank you so much, and lots of love, and have a great life, and hope to see you guys, you know, in person sometime. And I'll be coming very often to Dubai, so hopefully sometime we could, you know, personally catch up. So thank you so much.